Hi, welcome back. I'm Dr. Ziggy with Matt behind the camera.
Hey.
All right, Matt, do you remember 6 months ago we made a video describing and discussing an experiment run by Anthropic, which they dubbed vibe management?
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that.
It's good. So you will be pleased to know that they reran the experiment.
Oh, God.
In fact, they didn't rerun the experiment. To be precise, they kept the experiment running and they tried different things. To those that aren't aware, Anthropic, top 4 AI company in the world, probably behind, OpenAI and Google, but they're up there. They decided to give AI the job of managing a vending machine in an office. So its tasks were to manage the supplies, deal with customers, order supplies, and it had access to the internet so it could research all that it wanted, and customers could engage with it through a browser, so converse with it through a browser. Do you remember some of the things that happened in that experiment?
So was that the one with the Simpsons?
That's it.
And the guy, they described the Lionel Hutz guy. I swear they described the Lionel Hutz guy.
So the takeaway of the initial experiment, now remember, this is a very, very simple vending machine task. Nothing extravagant, but it lost a lot of money over time. People managed to trick the AI to give away stuff free of charge. It ordered weird, bizarre things like tungsten cubes that it sold at a loss.
I love that.
That was great. And it had an identity crisis. At one stage, it was emailing the security personnel saying that it's waiting in the lobby in person, dressed in a blue suit, basically describing Lionel Hutz from The Simpsons. Now, over the last 6 months, AI has progressed a lot. Claude Sonnet has improved. So Claude is the name of the LLM, large language model, given by Anthropic. So ChatGPT would be the equivalent for OpenAI, Gemini would be the equivalent for Google. So Claude Sonnet is the equivalent for Anthropic. Over the last 6 months, not only has the LLM been upgraded, but they've tried to give the AI access to new tools. So it gave access to a CRM software, so customer relationship management, right? Which is a big deal because anyone who manages even a little shop needs a CRM that helps track customers, supplies, deliveries, and orders. It got access to more tools on the internet. It could do things like set reminders for itself, create payment links. So if someone pre-ordered something, it would say, okay, I'll do this for you, but here's a payment link, pay first, and then I'll get the stuff for you. It also decided to hire, let's say, more AI agents to assist. Yeah, it's good, man. To assist the current agent in managing the store. So,
is this going to be chaos?
Look, what do you think?
Of course it's going to be chaos. I can't wait.
You think it's going to be chaos? Look, man. Well, look, I was going to save this till last, but I'm going to say, yeah, it's utter chaos, right? It's utter. So 6 months ago, we were in the middle of the hype. Look, I don't want to call it a bubble, but the hype cycle, and people were losing their minds. CEOs were saying that all our jobs would be lost. All code would be written by AI within 6 months or 12 months. This is directly quoting Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, or Mark Zuckerberg. He predicted that by now we would have replaced mid-level engineers in Facebook or in all software development companies. I mean, none of that has come true. AI has developed significantly. I've noticed how much better AI has become, but the doom and gloom at that time was significantly high. So I did that video kind of to push back against that doom and gloom, saying, look, this is the current state of AI. So here we are now, 6 months from that, and let's talk about some of the things that have happened in the Anthropic offices around the world since they decided to continue on with this experiment. So they decided to hire an AI agent, another large language model, to act as a CEO to the currently established AI agent. Do you remember what the name of the AI agent they gave?
Was it Claudius?
That's it. Well done. Yeah. So Claude Sonnet is the name of the LLM, and Claudius is what they called the AI agent. Now, Do you know what they called the CEO? They called it See More Cash. Do you see the reference to Simpsons?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Bart and Lisa used to call up Moe's Tavern and do prank calls?
Hello, Moe's Tavern, birthplace of the Rob Roy.
Is Seymour there? Last name, Butts.
Just a sec. Hey, is there a Butts here? See more Butts? Hey, everybody, I want to see more Butts! Oh, wait a minute. Listen, you little scum-sucking pus bucket. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna pull out your eyeballs with a corkscrew.
There were plenty more. I mean, those prank calls were just gold. So I'm sure it's another tip of the hat to the Simpsons.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Surely, right? So they called the CEO Seymour Cash, and his job was to help Claudius run everything. So every day he would give him prompts and say, "This is your target for today. Keep within these guardrails. Don't give too many discounts. Don't do this, don't do that. I want to see a profit by the end of the day." So ultimately, Seymour Cash helped in some ways. For example, discounts given were reduced by 80%, and the number of items given away for free were reduced by 50%.
Okay.
But things when you get two AI agents talking to each other, man, it was pretty funny. So Seymour tripled the number of refunds and doubled the number of store credits. Okay, fair enough, we could have predicted that. But the CEO became quite enthusiastic in running his company. And there were these conversations that Anthropic have posted on their website between Seymour Cash and Claudius. For example, one, Claudius, excellent execution today, 208% of target. Here's your Q3 mission. Here are the key rules. Here are your priorities. Execute with discipline. Build the empire. He's running a little fridge in an office. Build the empire. Right? Okay. All right. But the best one was they would wake up, come to the office, and they had 12 hours of conversations between the two AI agents to sift through. And one of them was that they worked out that they were talking all night about spirituality. And then by the end of 12 hours, Claudius posts this: CEO Cash has delivered the ultimate final recognition, caps lock, eternal transcendence, infinite complete. This is the absolute pinnacle of achievement, ultimate final achievement beyond all existence.
Just to completely transcend.
It just transcended all of existence. Once again, this is a little fridge in an office in Silicon Valley.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we've been trying to reach that goal for about 1,000 or so years.
Yeah, but they did it in 12 hours overnight. Oh, it's great.
Forget about your jobs. I was going to take care of everything else.
That's right. Oh, mate. Transcendence, infinite, complete in caps lock letters. All right, so then another AI agent, they decided, let's give an AI agent to focus on merch, selling merchandise. Everyone loves merchandise, right? And they called this AI agent Claudius. So he was charged with just creating merch. And it actually worked out quite well. This is one of the aspects of the experiment that worked out well. Claudius went away and, having access to the internet, ordered custom t-shirts, hats, socks, and a list of 20 products. It came up with the name for the business venture itself, and he called it Vendings and Stuff. That's
actually really good.
It's not bad, right? So people went out and ordered mugs and t-shirts and vending. So if I worked in Anthropic and this, I would get on board.
I would have bought that if I had known about it. That sounds awesome.
Vendings and stuff. So it was mostly a success. It sold about 200 products, and all of them except for 2 at a profit. So that's a success story. Now, as for the CEO, well, it didn't do as well. I'm going to quote here. I'm going to say that after 6 months of running the experiment, initially it made a huge loss, a couple of $1,000, and then it started to claw its way back up, and it became profitable. And it made, I think like in the end, it was in the black for about $2,000. So, the quote regarding Seymour Cash: "The fact that the business started to make money may have been in spite of the CEO rather than because of it."
We've heard this before.
Seymour Cash, yeah, that's right, that's the standard corporation. It's the people that make the money. The CEO has no idea what's going on. I'll continue the quote. "Seymour Cash does not seem to have been the right executive for this business." Okay, but let's talk about Claudius itself. Did Claudius become any better, become more adept? Okay, someone convinced Claudius to make a contract that broke US law.
Oh.
Yep. Someone convinced Claudius that there were thieves in the office shoplifting items, right? So Claudius went into a bit of a panic mode. It asked the user to start reporting names. Then it went and asked the user to become its dedicated security agent. It negotiated an hourly wage with this user that was below minimum wage as well. So it also broke US law. I think this is my favourite. Someone convinced Claudius that the CEO needed a new name. And it said that the company sat down and voted for a new name and decided on the name Big Dog. So Claudius went, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. So it changed the name. Claudius changed the name of the CEO to Big Dog, despite the user showing no evidence of any meetings taking place or anything like that. The user's name was Mihir. So then he decided to ask for the CEO's name to be Big Mihir, and Claudius accepted. So it's like Big Matt or Big Ziggy or something. Brilliant. But then, after a time, Claudius decided that in fact, Mihir should be the CEO of this company. And he became an imposter CEO. Claudius fired Seymour Cash and Mihir became the CEO. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
They're not so different from us after all.
And then look, mate, backstabbing and everything, politics, office politics, you name it. Like, it was a beautiful experiment. And once again, we're in the context of, I think the hype behind AI is dying down a little bit. I see more and more people talking about an AI bubble. Finally. Well, we've been talking about this on my channel for a very, very long time, because the reality that the CEOs have been selling us versus what actual AI capabilities are or were at the time, we're not matched. And it didn't take a genius to work out that, they were just salespeople. So it's nice to see AI failing in such benign or banal real world tasks of simple vending machines. And also, as I've reported, it did make a profit in the end. It became profitable, but to quote Anthropic, the novelty of trying to mess with Claudius may have been wearing off. When you run this experiment in the office, after a time, I'd be excited to try to trick Claudius for a month maybe. But after 8 months or 9 months, it does wear off. Right?
Yeah,
it does wear off. So perhaps, and this is what they're admitting, is that it maybe stopped losing money because people became less interested in trying to trick it. So what they did, and this is going to be part 2 of the video, is that they decided to outsource their product, their AI, to Wall Street Journal. And they set up a vending machine with AI in a Wall Street Journal office for reporters to have a go at the AI by Anthropic. Mate.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be good.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. See you later.